The second thing is recycle. In 2018, the EPA did a study and they found that only 30% of Americans recycle. I know it's easy throwing it in the trash, but it's really not worth it. So something interesting I found out is that pizza boxes, specifically the Domino's pizza boxes, can be recycled. A couple of years ago, Domino's partnered with WestRock, a packaging company, and they created a packaging that could be recycled even if it had grease on it. For all of you Domino's fans, that includes me, don't forget to recycle your pizza boxes. Something else about recycling. Not all plastic is recyclable. Plastic will have a triangle on it with a number 1 through 7, and that's a classification, and it's also a good indicator for if that item is recyclable or not. So 1, if it has a triangle and if there's a 1 in the middle, that's the most common type of plastic, and it's usually recyclable. Plastic number 1, it's usually plastic soda bottles and water bottles. Plastic number 2, it's a little more durable than plastic number 1, but it's almost as common. These are usually used to make milk bottles and shampoo. These plastic 2 is also easily recyclable for the most part. Here is where it gets a little tricky. So plastics 4 and 5 are sometimes recyclable. It depends on your recycling center, so I would definitely do some research to see what your recycling center accepts. Plastic 4 is usually makes of plastic bags like the ones you find at the grocery store, some plastic cartons, beverage cups, and food storage containers. And then plastic 5 is hot food takeout containers. So those are some recycle them, some don't, which is kind of disappointing since plastic bags actually make up they're the most prevalent form of plastic in the ocean. So that just goes to say how important it is to avoid plastic bags if you can. You might have noticed that I skipped over plastic 3. So plastic 3, 6, and 7 are usually not recyclable, and most recycling centers can't recycle them. Plastic 3 is the cling wrap or that plastic wrap. It's not recyclable for the most part. Plastic 6 is styrofoam, and plastic 7 is the other category, which usually refers to mixed plastics. Just avoid styrofoam and cling wrap if you can. I mean, those are most likely not going to be recycled.